Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti, and we're cruising in style here with this 1958 Cadillac, and you got a chance to win it right here at Gulfstream Park. You can get entries throughout the month. They'll be drawing the winner on May 31st. You got to be here. Let's take a look at Friday's track and weather conditions.
The main track fast, turf course firm, first race, 6 furlong, claiming event, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races, or 3-year-olds. We have 1 jockey changer, number 6, Captiva's calling, make the rider Caber Koa.
Racing at Gulfstream. Go to Work was very poorly away, spots the leaders are about 5 lengths early. Toward the inside, Java Mine is away the best and goes looking for the lead from Hard Knockin' Lady, who moves up to be second. Walking in the Shadow comes away in no hurry while racing third. Sweet Kalia's in the 2-path in fourth, ahead better than Pillow Talk. She's a length and a half better than Captiva's calling with Scarlet Dixie alongside. And after a bad break, Go to Work is last of all as they move into the far turn. They're chasing the speed of Java Mine, who goes to the far turn 2.5 lengths better than Hard Knockin' Lady second. Then it's a length and a half back to the outside. Pillow Talk is now third. To her inside, Walking in the Shadow is fourth. Go to Work and recovering now fifth in front of Sweet Kalia sixth. Then Captiva's calling and Scarlet Dixie, and they run to the top of the stretch. Java Mine not letting up at the quarter pole with a 5-length lead. Hard Knockin' Lady put to pressure while second. The favorite Pillow Talk has 7 lengths to raise, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's Java Mine who's led every jump and still leads by 5. Hard Knockin' Lady is second. Down the outside, Pillow Talk is third with Walking in a Shadow, and I'll Go to Work next. Inside the final furlong, it's all Java Mine in the first of the day. Java Mine and Alan Mirage took the initiative at the start and will take the first race, gate to wire. Java Mine sharp by 5 lengths. Up for second, Pillow Talk in front of Hard Knockin' Lady third, and Go to Work did well to be fourth in 1:11 and 2.
Number 1, Java Mine, flaunts her speed to win the opener. Trained by Rico Mirage, trained by Aubrey Mirage, ridden to victory today by Alan Mirage. So it's an all Mirage winner in the first. The second race, 6 furlong maiden claiming event for maiden 3-year-olds and upward. We have 8 runners going to the post. The off-time favorite is number 4, My Uncle Charlie.
And they're off. It was a slow beginning for Crown Distinction. It was a quick beginning for Coro from down toward the inside with My Uncle Charlie moving to challenge. My Uncle Charlie now takes the lead. Coro taken in hand with War Artist on the outside, followed out wide by Supreme Privilege. They're a length better than Casey Wegman, who's down toward the inside. The New York Invader Prince Raja's midfield about 5 lengths behind, and at the back Delta Bluesman and Crown Distinction. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. They're chasing the speed of My Uncle Charlie and Paco Lopez a length in front. Coro has room down inside. He's secured that position now. 3 wide is War Artist. Casey Wegman warming to the task from fourth behind the speed. 2.5 lengths better than the Supreme Privilege, who's backing up. The rest not of consequence as they run to the top of the stretch. Paco lets out a notch on My Uncle Charlie. He rebreaks. He has the lead by a length and a quarter. Casey Wegman tipped to the outside. Coro continues on down inside, followed by War Artist, who did not go on, and they're into the stretch. My Uncle Charlie confidently handled and moving clear. Coro set down driving, trying to hold second, but Casey Wegman runs at him on the outside. Late run from Delta Bluesman for a share. Confident handling and an easy win for My Uncle Charlie. My Uncle Charlie wins, wrapped up by 5. Casey Wegman was second. Coro finished third, and Supreme Privilege to complete the superfecta. 6 furlongs in 1:10 and 2.
The favorite, number 4, My Uncle Charlie, winning it for owner Joel Sainer, trained by Dave Brady, ridden to victory today by Paco Lopez. We'll take a break. Be back for the third race. We're on the turf for the third in just a minute or so.
Constitution won the Florida Derby, and Constitution has won!
You too can win a life-changing bet with ExpressBet's $50,000 Big Bet Sweepstakes.
California Crow!
This time, ExpressBet is giving one lucky winner a $50,000 Big Bet on the Preakness. Plus, 50 second-place winners will receive $100 to bet the races. Visit expressbet.com to learn more and to open an online wagering account today. ExpressBet, your way to play.
General A-Rod spot on the outside in Constitution. Cairo Prince is was fit right now, and he's 4 lengths off the lead. Then Matador, who's down at the rail with 4.5 to make up. Constitution has won!
Welcome back. Our third race, 1 mile on the turf. It's a maiden claiming event for maiden fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch number 11, Bullheaded Lady. Also scratch the 12, Tap It in Silver.
And they're off. Toward the inside, Dun One wins the break, but out wide, Traveler's Way is moving forward, and Traveler's Way and Michael Ritvo will cross and clear from the 10 post. They're ranking up top by 4 lengths. Racing second is Dun One with Candy's Lady between horses and English Bank on the outside. Then it's 2 lengths to Wild About Jazz with Flashy Brass to her outside. It's another length and a half back to Too Good to Be True. Down inside in third last now is Adar, second last on the inside Charanga, and last of all the trailer is Berna. They bank into the backstretch after a sharp opening quarter of 22-4, and Ritvo and Traveler's Way throttle open to lead the race by 5. Racing up on the inside now is Dun One with Candy's Lady between horses and English Bank out 3 wide. They're in the second flight, and they've opened up a 5-length deficit on Wild About Jazz. Moving 3 wide is Too Good to Be True. In between them is moving up on the inside Charanga, also between horses Flashy Brass, and still at the back of the pack the trailer is Berna, but the field starts to take closer order as they move around the far turn. Went through at a half mile in 46 seconds flat. Now the pace is starting to back down a bit for Traveler's Way. She's in front, but here comes everybody. On the inside, Wild About Jazz. On the far outside, Too Good to Be True. And Zimmerman's trying to get through inside. It's really tight quarters there as they run for the top of the stretch, and Too Good to Be True takes over now. Dun One tries to stay with her second. Tipping off the fence is Adar from third, and they're inside the final furlong, and Too Good to Be True now has the lead. It's Too Good to Be True leveling off inside the 8th pole, and Elvis Trujillo and Too Good to Be True will score, and they'll score by 2.5. Dun One second in front of Adar third, and Charanga ran on to be fourth in 1:35.2.
Number 8, Too Good to Be True is Too Good for These, owned by A&D Stable and Joe Strauss, trained by Phil Cleaves, and ridden to victory today by Elvis Trio. And in the winner's circle, congratulations to our owner of the month, and that's Tino Watad. Congratulations, Tino. 4th race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. It's an allowance optional claimer for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Scratch number 9, Dreamalicious.
And they're off. From the outside, Alguna is sent away running. Toward her inside, Starship Jody is showing speed. And now moving to challenge is Adriani. And Adriani's going to lead the way from Alguna, who comes away racing second now. Sapphire Blue backs off the speed to race third. Down inside and fourth is Starship Jody. And a little tight there. It's a length and a half back to the business. Outside of the business now, trying to move up Successful Sweep. And Bohemian Dance is last of all as they race around the opening turn. With the lead now, Adriani leads it by a length and a half to Alguna, who races in second. Third is now Sapphire Blue, 2 lengths better than Bohemian Dance, who sets up shop fourth. She's 2 lengths better than Starship Jody, with the business a length and a half behind that, followed by Successful Sweep and Arissa now last. Opening quarter reasonable enough, 24-2, and loose up top at 8-5. Adriani calls the shots. Adriani goes to the half-mile pole with a 4-length lead. Back to second is Alguna, moving up on the outside and now taking over second. That is Sapphire Blue. Bohemian Dance has been patiently handled and tips to the outside for clear running. Successful Sweep and Arissa are next, and they run around the far turn. Adriani's got a breather through the opening quarter, but now picked it up and on the backside with a 46-4 half-mile and has the lead to the top of the stretch by a length and a half. Bohemian Dance is second. Arissa moving up on the outside and now third. These 3 go on, and they're at the top of the stretch. Bohemian Dance now set down for the drive by Manuel Cruz, comes off the corner to challenge for the lead. On the far outside, Starship Jody putting in a run wider than that and late run from the business. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Bohemian Dance roused to the lead by Manuel Cruz and leads at a length and a quarter. Moving up on the outside, Starship Jody. Bohemian Dance will hold sway. Bohemian Dance 3/4 of a length. Starship Jody second. Adriani finished third in front of Arissa, who was fourth. 1:41.2 for the running time.
Number 5, Bohemian Dance wins it for Ballymacall Stud Farm Ltd, trained by Mike Dilger and ridden to victory today by Manuel Cruz. Congratulations to Jason Service, trainer of the month. We'll take a short break and be back for the 5th race in just a couple of moments.
Paladin Bay in front as they hit The last 16th of a mile, 15 to 1 shot. Paladin Bay got it done. What a horse race here as they come to the last 16th of a mile. Lexi Lou unwavering on the lead. Lexi Lou to win the South Ocean. Paladin Bay will finish second.
Sligo Bay, Canada's leading sire of 2-year-olds and number 2 on the Canadian General Sire list in 2013, standing at Adena Springs.
Constitution won a Florida Derby, and Constitution has won!
You too can win a life-changing bet with ExpressBet's $50,000 Big Bet Sweepstakes.
California Crow.
This time, ExpressBet is giving one lucky winner a $50,000 Big Bet on the Preakness. Plus, 50 second-place winners will receive $100 to bet the races. Visit expressbet.com to learn more and to open an online wagering account today. ExpressBet, your way to play.
Welcome back, and the 5th race, 2-year-olds take center stage, 4.5 furlongs. These are maiden fillies. Scratch the 2, Gentili. The jockey on the 6 is Gabriel Saez. Scratch number 12, Rex's Comprise.
And they're off. Missing the start was Ponderous, 1.5 lengths. It was a good start toward the outside for Awesome and Then Some, who throttles open to lead the race by 1.5 lengths from Standard Deal, who comes away in second. Down toward the inside, it's Miss Amelita with Exclusive Song moving up on her outside. These top 4 are superiorly quick to the others at the moment. Majorca on the outside, down to the inside, Alarming Angel, and they run around the far turn. Awesome and Then Some has the lead, 3/4 of a length. Standard Deal is second. The big favorite, Miss Amelita, is down inside for Lopez, racing in third now, working off the fence a bit, 1.5 lengths better than Exclusive Song. The rest of the field has to get going now with Halo of Dreams leading the back markers, and there's less than 1/4 mile to go. Awesome and Then Some cuts the corner. Standard Deal set to the attack second. Down the outside, Miss Amelita is now coming on inside the final 16th. Awesome and Then Some, Miss Amelita on the outside, and Standard Deal between them. 3 horses across the track. They come to the wire. Miss Amelita surging. Awesome and Then Some holding. Awesome and Then Some held sway to beat Miss Amelita. Third was Standard Deal in 52-1.
Nice looking first time starter. Number 7, Awesome and Then Some wins a close photo. Owned by Chester Bishop, trained by Louis Ramirez, and ridden to victory today by Jose Alvarez. The 6th race, a 5-furlong sprint on the firm turf course. It's a maiden claiming event. Maiden fillies and 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 1, Trio of Mischief.
And they're off. From the outside, Tricky Woman wins the break and goes looking for the lead toward her outside, and moving closer now is Vegas Heat with Gentle Cat moving up on the inside. In between horses is Bella Terra, 1.5 lengths better than Daytona Bay. Down to her inside comes Potiphar's Wife. She's 1.5 lengths back to take charge Annie with Potaba on the outside, and trailing the field Starship Mystique. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Tricky Woman has the lead. 3/4 of a length, now a 1/4 of a length, is moving up on the outside is Vegas Heat from second. Masonette puts the third horse Bella Terra to pressure. She's now moving backwards down toward the inside and trying to improve Gentle Cat with Daytona Bay, and they turn home. Vegas Heat up on the outside of Tricky Woman. These two nip and tuck with 3/16 to go. Daytona Bay chimes into it on the far outside. There's 1/8 of a mile to go now. Tricky Woman pulling out all the stops and holding firm. Daytona Bay running up into second, but Tricky Woman has it. It will be Tricky Woman to oblige as the favorite by 2. Daytona Bay second. Third across the line, Vegas Heat in front of Bella Terra, who was 4th in 56-3.
Number 9, Tricky Woman, proves much the best, just cruising under the wire. Owned by Maurice Miller, LLC, trained by Mickey Kroger, ridden to victory today by Diego Gomez. We'll take a short break and be back for the 7th race in just a few moments.
A love of horses and a commitment to excellence have come together in the heart of Florida's Marion County. Owned by lifelong horseman Benjamin Leon Jr., Basilou Stables has assembled top-notch thoroughbreds, breeding and racing the champions of today and tomorrow. Breeders' Cup winner Royal Delta has thrilled the racing world with back-to-back wins in the Ladies' Classic. As a multi-year sponsor of the Fountain of Youth and the Florida Derby, Veselou Stables is a proud sponsor of Gulfstream Park.
A great time is a sure thing at Gulfstream Park. Excitement and fun, see the horses run. Any day or night, it feels so right. Come on, everyone, it's a sure thing. You'll find it here any time of the year. A great time is a sure thing at Gulfstream Park.
Welcome back. Our seventh race, 6.5 furlongs on the main track. It's an allowance optional claimer for 3-year-olds and upward. We have 7 runners going to the post with no scratches or jockey changes to report.
And they're up. From the center, Macho Trini wins the break. Take Time to Pray moves to challenge, and Cool Boys between horses. These 3 are quickest. Brown's Gap comes away racing in third now, or rather fourth now, a length better than Bird's Gone Wild. Down to the inside, Joe's Gone Wild, and trailing the field is We're All Set. Down the backstretch they go, and making the lead rather easily is the odds-on favorite. Take Time to Pray leads it by a length to Cool Boys, who's taken in hand second. Macho Trini is outsprinted, now races in third, a half length better than Brown's Gap, who's down inside at the half mile, a length better than Joe's Gone Wild, followed by Bird's Gone Wild, and We're All Set is last. The opening quarter, 22-1 as they run around the far turn, and here comes Cool Boys moving up on the outside of Take Time to Pray. They're in lockstep. They're 3 lengths better than Macho Trini, who's now racing in third. Trying to get running from the back is Joe's Gone Wild. Then comes We're All Set and Bird's Gone Wild. Top of the lane, Take Time to Pray appears to have plenty in reserve. Comes off the corner, 2 lengths on top. Cool Boys is under the whip ride, while second, cutting the corner, third is Joe's Gone Wild. Then comes We're All Set and Bird's Gone Wild. 1/8 of a mile to go. Take Time to Pray with a 2-length lead. Down inside, Joe's Gone Wild trying to quicken up. Toward the outside, Cool Boys, and We're All Set with a late run, but they're coming to the wire. Take Time to Pray, well rationed up top, and Take Time to Pray, and Paco Lopez will score by a length and 3/4 from Joe's Gone Wild second. We're All Set third, and Cool Boys fourth, and 117 flat.
Number 1, Take Time to Pray, wins for Thoroughbred Acquisition Group and Safi Joseph, trained by Safi Joseph Jr., ridden to victory today by the one and only Paco Lopez. The 8th and final race, a 5-furlong sprint on the grass. Maiden claimers of 3-year-olds and upward, scratch 12, 13, and number 14.
And runners away. A picture-perfect beginning. Down inside, Running Alone gets the first call and goes looking for the early lead. Dreaming of Uncle Lawrence is moving to challenge, and Swiper moves up on the outside with Silver Armor. Stash the Cash is also right there, and Automatic Jacks. A real scramble on for the early lead. They leave the backstretch now and move on to the far turn. Silver Armor on the outside, Running Alone on the inside. They're in lockstep. Stash the Cash and Swiper follow them with Automatic Jacks on the outside. Length and a half back to on the far outside going on now is Little Bart trying to cover ground. And moving up from the back is Scorpion Al. May run to the top of the stretch. Running Alone still has the lead. The danger appears to be Stash the Cat down inside. Silver Armor, and moving up between horses, Automatic Jacks. Underestimate Me is next, and they turn for home. Running Alone now is alone and on top by 2. Back to second on the inside is Stash the Cash. Down the center, Scorpion Al up the rail. Underestimate Me, but this one's over. Running Alone, and Santiago Gonzalez will win the finale by 3 lengths. Stash the Cash second. Underestimate Me third. Silver Armor fourth, and Pocket Cat to complete the high five. Time for the race, 56 and 3.
Number 1, Running Alone, lives up to its name and crosses the wire alone. Owned by Northwest Stud Stables, trained by Giuseppe Iasadernia, ridden to victory today by Santiago Gonzalez. In the pick 4, 4 paid $205.75. Pick 5, 5 of 5, $1,563.10. 4 of 5, $1,655. Pick 6, 6 of 6, couple of tickets, $4,258.42. Carryover going into Saturday, $5,768,145.53. And here are today's claims.
That wraps up Friday's card. Remember, Saturday, Kentucky Derby Saturday. You got to be at Gulfstream Park. We have 10 races, and we have the return of Social Inclusion, who is getting ready to run in the Preakness. Should be a very exciting day. Come out, bet the Derby. And you know what? I'm about to take a ride in this 58 Caddy. I'm going to be cool tomorrow at Kentucky Derby Saturday. Good night and good luck.